Anna Kasparian and Cenk Yuger, kind of rhymes with something, a different word. I actually cannot say that on YouTube because I'm trying to stay on here. Anyways, the hosts from the Young Turks, yeah, your favorite left-wing media outlet to hate on, yeah, they once again have to post a video exposing Donald Trump as a racist and a sexist and a misogynist. Will the progressives, will these liberals prove it finally, once and for all? Let's see. Let's see. By the way, guys, thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post new videos literally twice a day. I know, it's crazy. Just reached 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It motivates me to keep on being consistently with. Can't talk, apparently. Wow. And I keep. Pause, Isabella. I cannot talk, but regardless, thank you. Thank you. 10K subscribers. Now my mic is just falling over. It is a mess. This is a mess already, but we're going to keep it because I want you guys to see the true raw chaos. Anyways, I'm excited. Let's just get right into it. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and do it all.
Emmy-nominated producer Bill Pruitt used to work on The Apprentice with Donald Trump, of course, and now that his 20-year non-disclosure agreement has expired, he's ready to tell all about the former president and what he was like behind the scenes. Now, he wrote about this in a piece over at Slate titled "The Donald Trump I Saw on The Apprentice. For 20 years, I couldn't say what I watched the former president do on the set of the show that changed everything. Now I can." And so he kind of sets up the story by giving the context. And then he talks about very specific examples of Trump being incredibly misogynistic and sexist on set, while also saying deeply racist things. So we'll get to that in a moment. He says, "I was one of 4 producers involved in the first 2 seasons. During that time, I signed an expansive non-disclosure agreement that promised a fine of $5 million and even jail time if I were to ever divulge what actually happened. It expired this year."
The horror. Trump said racist things on set. This just reminded me to vote for, based on this information, it makes me want to vote for Trump in 2024. It just inspires it, huh?
No one involved in The Apprentice, from the production company or the network to the cast and crew, was involved in a con with malicious intent. It was a TV show and it was made for entertainment. I still believe that. But we played fast and loose with the facts, particularly regarding Trump. And if you were one of the 28 million who tuned in, chances are you were conned. And so we've heard some of these allegations before that Trump wasn't really like as successful as he claimed to be. But let's get into the details about the sexism and racism after Cenk makes a very concise point.
That's funny. Pausing here to deliver some.
Oh my gosh, and now he's trying to get us with an ad. No, Cenk, you're not allowed to try to rope us into your ads.
Appreciate you, thank you. The racist stuff, but how they built up this con together. NBC and Trump together decided to con the American people into believing that he was a successful businessman. I think that tells you more about the media than it does about Donald Trump. And I don't want you to miss that part of the story, so we'll get to it in a second.
Definitely. So let's start with the alleged sexism on set. Bill Pruitt writes, "While leering at a female camera assistant or assessing the physical attributes of a female contestant for whoever is listening, he orders a female camera operator off an elevator on which she is about to film him. She's too heavy," I hear him say. Jesus. So this is very similar to what he
based fat shaming king. This is what we need, guys, okay? First of all, by the way, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, Lizzo's apparently working out now, losing weight, praise God. But yeah, this is what we like about Donald J. Trump. We like that he is saying the quiet parts out loud. He is saying what we're all thinking, what most people are too afraid to say. But of course, me being the Mother Teresa of our time, the fat shaming queen, of course, I am never afraid to fat shame a good chunky chunkster. But yeah, and these people, they're so offended. Oh my gosh, you call a fat woman fat? Yeah, call a spade a spade. You are what you are. You don't want to be called fat? Don't be fat. Simple as that. And that rhymed. Hello.
He would say about Miss America contestants if he believed that they were overweight. And then after he was accused of that, he would double down on it kind of shamelessly. So That's part of the reason why I don't think that these allegations are really going to make a difference at all. Certainly not with the voters and who they're currently supporting in this election. It's because a lot of this stuff is stuff that we already knew about Trump. But let me give you more. Another female camera operator, writes Pruitt, who happens to have blonde hair and blue eyes, draws from Trump comparisons to his own Ivanka Trump. There's a beautiful woman behind that camera, he says, toward a line of 10 different operators set up in the foyer of Trump Tower one day. That's all I want to look at. And then finally, this part stood out to me the most. Trump corners a female producer and asks her whom he should fire. She demurs, saying something about how one of the contestants blamed another for their team losing. Trump then raises his hand, cupping them, or his hands, cupping them to his chest. You mean the one with the, basically talking about her breasts.
Yep.
He does
Her breasts, her boobies. Oh my gosh. Isn't it the left that wants to liberate women and they're always like pro-sexual revolution? Just, it's so funny. It's so funny.
Doesn't know the contestant's name. Trump eventually fires her.
Based, don't even learn these bitches' names. That's so based of Trump. I mean, just these allegations are so stupid. I mean, whoever is writing this is reaching. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to come up with anything and everything they can to try to make a story out of just another accusation calling Trump racist, sexist, all of the above. Right? He's just trying to make a quick buck. He's trying to make money piling on the Me Too, I was traumatized by Trump's racism and sexism and misogyny. Give me a break. This guy seems extremely homosexual.
I mean,
okay, Anna. Like, Anna sometimes has good takes, but come on, are you really offended by this? This is when her true liberal ass bitch self is shown to everyone to see. Like, she's not on her side. I don't care. She may call Biden like slow and senile, but that does not mean she's one of us. She's not a part of our club. No, bitch, you can't sit with us.
I have to admit, I'm not surprised by any of this. Trump is openly misogynistic. It's just who he is. And what's really surprising to me is how in previous election cycles, prior to Trump running in 2016, like the smallest misstep would destroy a campaign. But with Trump, I mean, this kind of stuff keeps coming out and no one seems to, I mean, the Democrats care, but the Democrats weren't gonna vote for him anyway.
Yeah, so that's like what I wonder. Why do these things keep coming out? Like, anyone who's offended by the things that Trump says, they're not gonna vote for Trump. They will continue to be offended. Anyone who doesn't care still won't care, you know what I mean? So it just doesn't make sense, but like, I guess this guy is trying to make a quick buck out of it, so it makes sense for him. And of course, the Democrat media loves talking about Trump. It's great for their ratings, so the cycle continues. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, so first of all, the misogyny is over the top, but he's already been convicted in a civil.
I'm sorry. Whenever I see a grown man use the word misogyny in a serious way, like not joking or in a sarcastic manner, I'm so close to throwing up. Like, I nearly vomit at that very second. So I just need to take a second, take a deep breath. Cenk Uygur, come on.
Trial of sexual assault, and it didn't change anybody's vote on the Republican side.
Right.
We all, of course, heard the legendary Hollywood Access tape about grabbing them by the pee. His like dismissal of anyone based on looks. Of, oh, she's fat. I don't like her. It's really disgusting.
It's the best thing that Trump ever says. Those are the best moments for Donald J. Trump. Hello.
And he actually picks his cabinet members based on that. And he says it. He says, oh, I picked him because he was out of central casting. I didn't like his mustache. Chris Christie's too fat. I mean, this guy's a moron who makes decisions that affect the country and your lives based.
Right, okay, so Donald Trump's the moron, but the person that you guys love, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they're not dumb. No, they're so fitting and qualified for the position of the highest position of the world. Yeah, no, you're right. Donald Trump, who's like a self-made billionaire, yeah, he must be so stupid. Gosh. Someone must have just, handed him all that money and success for no reason. Probably because he's stupid and sexist and racist and misogynist, right?
On this kind of stuff. Now we got the N-word coming up, and then I'll tell you about the meme.
No, not the N-word. Anything but that word, please.
Okay, so this is the part that Pruitt claims there is footage of, and he is demanding that the footage be released. So let me give you the incident, and then we'll talk about the existence of that footage. So basically, Pruitt details one discussion about who should win the season as it came down to the two final contestants, okay? One of those final contestants was a gentleman named Bill Rancic. As you can tell, I never watched the show, but there was Bill Rancic, who, by the way, eventually won and earned a job at the Trump organization. But the other contestant, other finalist, was a black contestant by the name of Kwame Jackson. Now, here's how the conversation went down when they were trying to decide who to eliminate and who would win. Caroline Kepcher, who runs Trump's hospitality units and one of his golf clubs, expresses how she observed Jackson at the casino overcoming more obstacles than Rancic, particularly with the way he managed the troublesome Omarosa. Jackson, Kepcher maintains, handled the calamity with grace. So obviously someone who works for Trump looks at the two final contestants and says, no, Kwame Jackson, which is the black contestant, he did a masterful job with this one incident. I think he should win. Okay. I think Kwame would be a great addition to the organization, she says to Trump, who winces while his head bobs around in reaction to what he is hearing and clearly resisting. Why didn't he just fire her, meaning fire Omarosa, Trump asks. It's a reasonable question, Pruitt says. But then here's where things get bad. That's not his job. Jay Beanstalk, the showrunner, says to Trump, that's yours. Trump's head continues to bob. I don't think he knew he had the ability to do that, Kepcher says. And then at that point, Trump weighs in and says, yeah, but I mean, would America buy a N-word winning? So this is the moment or the exchange that Pruitt says there's a video of, and he's demanding that the video be released by Mark Burnett. So Burnett allegedly told Trump that no, the footage doesn't exist, but who knows what's true.
Yeah, Trump tweeted about it. I talked to Burnett and he says in caps, no tapes. That's kind of an admission. That's saying, I double checked to make sure that they didn't have me saying it on tape.
No, it is not. You can't say that's basically an admission, Cenk. Come on. No, an admission is an admission. Him, like, Trump, how he likes to joke around. He'll, when he sees Putin, he says, hey, don't collude in this next election, buddy, because, he was wrongfully accused of colluding with Putin in the 2016 election. Yeah, so Trump's like, oh yeah, checked with this guy. Yeah, no tape, didn't say it. Sorry, not sorry, can't show you. So it's a joke, okay? And even if he said it, who cares? Literally, who cares? We have bigger things to worry about, such as like all these insane wars overseas. Yeah, but we worry about those instead of words. I don't know. These people drive me nuts.
I know.
Because I definitely said it.
I know.
And Mark confirmed that there's no tapes. Whew.
Okay. You know what? I can't take another second of these two progressive fools. I hope you enjoyed today's video, cringing at them with me, making fun of them with me. It's so much fun. Make sure you subscribe, like it, and I'll see you next time. Adios.